Hey everyone, welcome back to Isyour6covered. Appreciate you showing up, and today we are doing Women of Nrl Hunter. So over here we have Aaron.
Hey.
And over here we have Kelby.
Howdy.
All right, so I had a chance to shoot with Kelby quite a few matches. She's done quite a few matches, so she's understand the process. So you're gonna have a first-time skills shooter that enjoyed it, but she'll get into it. And then someone that's actually shot Nrl Hunter quite a few matches. How many matches have you shot?
I think it's about 14, somewhere around in there.
Okay, so between this year and last year?
That's right.
All right, so over here we have Aaron. Aaron, how was your first Nrl Hunter match? Tell me, was it? We'll get into it, but just give me the overall.
I absolutely loved it. I am hooked for sure. I was definitely on cloud 9 after competing yesterday, and then after today, I exceeded my own expectations on how I did, and it's honestly super, super fun, and it allows you to point out like a lot of your mistakes, what you're good at, what you need to practice, which is really how we all get better. So it was awesome. I loved it.
I agree. So, as far as all the matches you've had a chance to shoot, we are in, just so you know, we are in Canada. We are at Willow Creek Washout in Alberta, Canada, right? All right, so compare this match to all your other matches.
Compare this match to all other matches. It was fun. I had a blast. I need to work on time management and positional building. But it was fun. I just really enjoyed it. That's cool. A blast.
So what's the first thing that pops into your head as far as like, I wasn't prepared, like kind of that part? Like, what was the one thing that was like, oh my goodness?
Just realizing that there's so many different ways to build a position, and that how some really fundamental things that you do and should really learn and focus on really affect your shot placement and everything, and how I need to focus and go back to some of that stuff. And yeah, just the multiple ways that people are building positions and some of the ways that they expect us to shoot. It was really kind of surprising too. So
yeah, because there's some really funky stuff.
There was some really funky things, and really like body positions that you're told not to use, but you have to use them.
So one thing that you guys don't know yet is Erin came to this match by herself. She has a boyfriend that shoots, so they've done some shooting in the past. But to go, how far did you have to drive?
I only drove an hour to get here, so it wasn't so bad.
But you took the leap, you went and signed up, did all that stuff by yourself in a basically a 99% male kind of thing. So how was that? Like, give me your thoughts on, were you feel comfortable? Was it weird?
So I've watched one NRL match, and I was happy to see some familiar faces.
Okay.
So I got to kind of pair up with some familiar faces to at least kind of ease my nerves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is intimidating, and everybody is, dressed to the nines. We're all dressed the same pretty much, all dressed to the nines. But yeah, it can be super intimidating. But I think just knowing that all of those men over the course of the last 2 days have been nothing but supportive, and they want to help you. They want you to get better. They want you to keep shooting. They want to see you do well. And the amount of support from people I don't even know was over the top. It was really, really comforting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How about yourself, just being a woman in this sport? I mean, you shoot with your husband, but like just the whole being a woman and having to deal with this.
Well, I would have to say there are some really good women shooters out there.
Oh, for sure.
Really will rock your socks off when it comes to shooting. As far as they're up there with the men, so I'm like, I want to be like you.
Yeah, and that's something to strive for, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's what I tell people. Whatever your score is now, like all you're trying to do is get a better hit percentage, right? So, and then you're growing in the sport.
Right,
you're like, I did
zeros.
Better. Yeah. Try not to get zeros. Trying to get zeros is tough.
Well, your first couple of matches are always your biggest learning curve. You're learning so much. You're learning about gear. You're learning. a plethora of things.
that you don't even know. Like you'll see someone. Like, did you bring a shooting bag?
I have a little shooting bag.
Okay.
I didn't have one of the big ones.
Okay.
But yeah, I did bring a shooting bag, and especially for some of those like prone positions or off a log, but it was so helpful.
Yeah, for sure. That's it's impressive to see that. So, what are a couple things that you could tell the women out there that are thinking about signing up, or maybe kind of shy of it, are like kind of thinking on the fence? What would you guys say is some good things, or
maybe Kelby can go first? She has more
things
experience, and then I'll
things
kind of add to that.
do before you go to the match?
Things to do before you go to the
Yeah,
match?
like maybe some ideas of practicing, or maybe some ideas of gear that you really need. Or
I would say just do it. Just try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Work on shooting off obstacles or barricades or whatever you can. Put a ladder up. Put something up. And really try to focus on how you are on your gun. I think that was, a lot of it, just that you're consistent in everything, and then everything kind of works itself out from there. But if you can be comfortable with your gun and get on your gun, I think that's like the way you're...
All right. What'd you learn the last 2 days that you should tell somebody?
Definitely practice your equipment deployment and clipping in for sure. Like if you're going to use a tripod, how to clip your gun in quickly to it, and then how to pick things up when you're moving from like one position to the next.
Yeah, smoothly and efficiently.
Yeah, smoothly, efficiently, and that you have all your information
Yeah.
and all your equipment with you, and just knowing kind of like from a skills perspective, it was lucky that I got to kind of watch, but having that plan in your mind as to like, I'm going to deploy this first, deploy that second, and throw these things over here, and then I can execute my movements quickly.
And doing that consistently.
Yeah, and like Kelby said, making sure that you're set up properly behind your gun was definitely like a lot of the takeaways that I took from that whole thing. But I think also, and my boyfriend will preach this, is making sure your optic is set up properly.
Yeah,
100%. Your diopter and your parallax and all of this stuff is
awesome.
Properly set up so that you can see and
the
and
gear
those
set
kinds
up
of
for
things.
you.
Yeah.
It's at the right height. All that kind of
The
stuff.
Yeah.
cheek weld and all that. Yeah,
So
totally.
you guys both started your first time at Skills. I actually had met them, and she was just watching. And I'm like, why aren't you shooting? And then like 2 matches later, a match later, she was
there.
in Skills. So is Skills the way to start?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember you came on the stage I was working, and you had binos, but you didn't have range finding binos, right?
No, I had a rangefinder, but they're not.
Okay.
They're not range finding.
See, and as Skills, as the ROs, we asked them, how much help would you like? And she's like, well, can you give me the distances and where the targets are? I'm like, yeah, I'll do whatever. It's the Skills.
Yeah.
So I arranged them for her, and then she had to convert them over
Yeah,
to
I use
your
and
meters.
mils
Yeah,
and-
I use yours. So, but all that transferred over, and you did good on that stage, actually.
I was super happy. I was really nervous looking at that stage when
Yeah.
I walked up. But I honestly got a 7 out of 8. I crushed that
Yeah,
stage
you did
in my
good.
opinion. So
Yeah.
I did awesome.
And
What
then,
time of the day did you shoot that stage?
Like mid-ish afternoon,
Yeah,
late-ish
that-
afternoon.
Yeah, it was
kinda
like
later.
the third
Yeah.
last, yeah.
that has a lot to do with the lighting of the
It
sun.
for sure
but,
does, yeah.
Any other things that you would want to tell anybody?
I mean, you're out there not to compete against other people to start. You're out there to make sure you become a better shooter. So
Okay.
compete against yourself and,
Right.
set little goals and make sure that each, you're just having fun too. Like,
That's
we're
important.
Here to
Have fun.
Right.
That's what my
and
scope
learn.
says. Have fun.
Yeah.
And don't suck.
And don't suck.
Don't suck.
It does say that on there. Yeah.
It's fun because, even the guys will help each other out, and they're talking and chit-chattering and exchanging information.
The guys are super friendly. Like
Exactly.
it's like all brothers show up.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is. And everybody
It's always a good time.
knows everybody eventually. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
and the more you
so
shoot,
often
the more you see that face, you're like, hey, what's up, Aaron? I remember you at the one match or
Yeah.
whatever. So, no. All right. Well, I appreciate
We
you
need
guys.
more ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, so come shoot a match. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.